Bem-vindos! Este é o nosso quarto e provavelmente último vídeo da nossa 10ª aventura de Stanley Parable. Vamos fazer só mais umas
All of his
coisinhas aqui.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
bom, agora chegou a hora de ser da
When Stanley
direita.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Não, agora chegou a
This
hora...
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Pois é.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, pois é.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the
Nossa,
detour
saiu
after
legal.
all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Pois é.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
E agora? Unido, unite, salameli, vou...
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Não. Eu vou descer esse negócio que surgiu do nada. Por isso você não contava, não é, narrador de merda? Que ele nem...
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Exato, né?
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Left? Se eu for pela direita? Nem dá pra abrir. Tá bom. Vamos lá.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
Pois é.
What was I thinking?
Pois é.
It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Tá confuso?
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right.
É, agora eu te confundi,
Yep.
hein?
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Aí. Uau, já cheguei aqui.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
No.
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Não.
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Opa. Aí. Começamos.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Isso foi
mean?
final?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Opa, já pegamos um novo final aqui. Eu acho.
Why
Acho que não.
Wait, what?
Não.
No, I restarted. I swear, I
Exato.
definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
Ih,
Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were
não
back
fiz
in that
nada.
room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
não. Não
Hold
fiz
on.
nada.
Why am I asking you?
Pois
I'm the one
é.
who wrote the story.
Foi você que escreveu
It was
essa
right
porra.
here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
Vê aí o que você
Okay,
tem que
then.
fazer, filho.
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Posso ir pra qualquer lugar? Esse aqui vai dar no mesmo. E agora, pra onde eu vou? Eu vou pra cá. Peraí. O que tá escrito aqui? Nossa, culpa interior. Todo mundo sabe o que você fez. Eles apenas estão
I'll say it.
escondendo.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Calma.
Do we need to restart the game again?
De novo.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
Pois é.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Ah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
O que será, né?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, agora
Okay,
fudeu.
yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Pois é. Vamos ver. Essa sala tá diferente ou...
Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
Aê.
The story. Here it comes.
Tô achando que ela não vem, não.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Tá bom. Vamos lá, narrador. Nossa senhora.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
Prédio comercial.
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Lembro.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! No, you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Oba!
No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Não?
And this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Tá bom.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line.
Ok.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Tá bom. Opa! Tem certeza?
You see? The line knows where the story is.
Sim.
It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Ok.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination
Vou
still
fazer
a story?
parkour aqui e virar o
Simply by
príncipe
the
da
act of
Pérsia.
moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Ui.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right
Nossa,
now
porta.
is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Nossa, uma música legal. Pareceu uma aventura essa música?
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Essa aqui?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the
Vai?
story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Tá bom. Tá bom.
Wait, what? we're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Eu lembro... Tá, eu não vou fazer o mesmo caminho, vou pelo caminho que eu já conhecia.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Pois é. Agora eu vou ter que procurar a história. Oh,
no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you,
Pois
after
é.
everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Ok. Vou ter que seguir essa linha de alta de novo?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for
É
us?
verdade.
We're intelligent people, right?
Somos.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
O que se abriu?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new
Exato.
path, a new story. Well, it could
Que
be anything.
ótimo!
What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Narrador. Bom, não adianta nada eu tentar fazer qualquer coisa. Opa! Consegui voltar? Então talvez não seja tão... Não, se eu conseguir voltar, então talvez não seja tão... Ou talvez seja, não sei. Sei lá.
Oh, no, not you again.
Nossa,
Stanley,
linha veio...
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
Pois é.
Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Essa linha safada. Fugiu.
Ah, a choice.
Aham.
We get to make a decision.
Exato.
From here, the story is in our control.
Exato.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Pois é.
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Isso faz
And
sentido?
that, in turn, means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Nossa
And
senhora.
since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Oh,
Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
finais
what's this?
confusos. O final confuso.
The confusion ending.
Quinto rei...
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
Nossa, temos que reiniciar o
And we're
jogo
supposed to restart the game what,
4 vezes.
8 times?
Não.
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Pois é, tudo
So
tá
now,
determinado.
according to the schedule, I restart again. Then
Nossa,
what?
depois de um longo
Am I
tempo,
just
Stanley
supposed to
morre.
forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted
Nossa,
me?
dessa não tinha escolha
Why
nenhuma
don't I
mesmo.
get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I
Pois é.
don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it.
Oh,
I won't
esse aqui,
do
ó.
it. I won't do it.
Você vai se esquecer.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule, how would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Pois é, eu sei.
Okay.
Oh.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Pois é.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Né?
Well, in the meantime...
Tá.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Eu fiquei grilado com aquele computadorzinho que a gente deu input, eu acho que foi no vídeo anterior, não sei se eu consigo encontrar outro.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Pois é.
Wow, yes, this room. What a beautiful, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Eu tinha entrado aqui, agora eu vou seguir pra cá.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Não minta. Se você estiver mentindo, pare agora.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Não é?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
Se eu
you
caísse
all
ali,
this time. There's
ia rolar
someone you've
alguma
been
coisa?
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Agora é tarde pra
I'm not
pular.
asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Por ela?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Nossa, final...
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To
Quer que eu
reach
atenda o
out to
telefone?
her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
O final mais merda do jogo é quando eu atendo o telefone. Quer saber? Não vou atender nada, vou fazer outra coisa.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one. Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly.
Putz.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Pois
Let
é.
me double check.
De novo vai consultar papel.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one
Não
another.
é assim que acontece,
Music
não.
comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible?
Se vocês quiserem
None of
comprar o
these
jogo e
decisions were
testar esse
supposed to mean
final,
anything. I don't
testem.
understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're
Eu?
a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
Pois é.
And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Ok.
Choice.
Escolha.
It's the best part of being a real
É a melhor
person.
parte de ser uma
But if
pessoa
used
real.
incorrectly, can also be the most
Mas se você usar
dangerous.
incorretamente,
For
pode
example,
acontecer coisas
in this
terríveis.
scenario, a hypothetical real person named
Uma
Stephen
hipotética
has
pessoa
a choice.
real
He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for
Ele
citizens of
pode
impoverished
ajudar a
third
melhorar a
world
vida dos
nations.
cidadãos.
Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a
Ou ele pode
30-kilometer
botar
radius of
fogo
his
em todos
house.
os órfãos.
Which choice would you make?
Quais escolhas
Remember
você
that
faria?
unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find
certo.
yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
Tá bom.
Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Nossa. Tipo, se você estiver falando com uma pessoa que não faz sentido, então finja que não... Praticar?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Hahaha.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices
8
per day.
escolhas por dia.
Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant,
Pois é,
and the
tô vendo.
feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, legal.
Ah, welcome back.
Oi.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Tá bom, agora eu vou tomar escolhas boas. Ainda não dá pra abrir isso aqui. Dá
Now
pra...
that we know your
Dá pra
choices are
cair
meaningful,
aqui.
we can't have
Mas-
you jumping off the platform and
Ah, mas eu não
dying.
posso.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story
Mas
would make
daria
no
na
sense
primeira
at all.
vez.
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Esse lugar não está equipado pra lidar com a realidade é boa. Ninguém está, na verdade. Eu não vou jogar todos os finais, mas tá vendo aquela portinha ali? Se da primeira vez, antes de você chegar na sala do telefone, você pulasse, ia ter outro final. Mas, novamente, não dá pra ficar fazendo todos os finais também, né?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Tá bom. Se você voltasse...
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Se fosse pra direita, ia rolar outro final, mas eu vou seguir o narrador, porque eu quero encerrar logo tudo isso.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Eu não vou descer de
Coming
novo.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Vamos ver se tem alguma coisa nova. Ah, agora não dá pra entrar mais.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Receptor de
Surely
voz?
behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up.
Nossa.
But now he would draw from within himself
Nossa, isso aqui eu
the
nunca
courage
peguei.
to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then
Por
spoke
favor,
the code.
fale claramente. Night 113. Não que pra fazer diferença, mas...
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Ok.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Não que adiante alguma coisa, né?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
Eu entendi,
Please
mas...
speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Tá bom, mas o que eu posso fazer? Eu nunca cheguei aqui antes.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously.
Oi.
If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could
Podia,
have
né?
done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Ixi.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Tá. Vou fazer de novo o que você mandou. Nossa, eu nunca tinha chegado naquela sala daquele jeito.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sim. Vou te obedecer até o jogo crashar.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Muito interessante.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Vou ter
behave
que...
exactly as Stanley would.
Tá, vou ter que
That
ir pra
means
cá.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Pronto.
No! Why did you do that?
Ué, porque eu não
Quickly,
tinha escolha.
hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
É, mas vai fazer a mesma merda. Ou não, sei lá.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Desculpa.
Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Tá bom,
I have to.
tá bom. Uou. Que medo. Tá, eu não lembro disso aqui também. Nossa senhora.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
Nossa senhora,
Now
eu
look
nunca
where we
peguei esse
are.
final.
My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Foi mal.
What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Oh.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
No.
That there's a world outside of you. You're a child.
Oh.
Oh. My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ele foi mesmo?
Stanley? Hello? Are you...
Cara,
okay?
Nunca peguei esse final.
I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Obrigado por jogar
isso.
Is
everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
Putz.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? You listening to this?
Será que esse é o final mesmo ou outra trollada?
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
Coitado do narrador.
To decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Bom, chega, né, gente? Já tivemos 4 vídeos e acho que já tá de bom tamanho. Tem mais finais no jogo, mas aí eu vou deixar pela conta de vocês para descobrirem. Então, esse vídeo fica por aqui. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado dessa aventura e até mais.